I wasn't feeling it. I wanted like a Mercedes EQS, but they were charging such a high premium on those that I'm like, man, it's a first year model. I'm not going to spend a premium for a first year model. And I never ended up getting an electric. Then I wanted like an electric Hummer. I thought those were cool, but then those weren't due to come out until the next year. So I'm like, whatever. I still don't have an electric vehicle. I really like Lucid. I think those are really cool. But I'm at a point now where I don't want an electric vehicle at all. I want a hydrogen vehicle. So that's what I'm holding out for at this point. I want a hydrogen vehicle. So, hey, Crow, did you get your OG jetpack from Kopi? I don't know. I bought one. So I have the NFTs for a lot of that stuff, but I haven't logged in to check yet, which I'm probably going to be doing next week. They were not ever your friends if you lost them over politics. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but at the same time, listen, I have my beliefs. I have my political beliefs. I have my understanding of what I feel is going on. And let's be real about it. It's all based off of my own algorithm. And I believe that the truth is generally always somewhere in the middle. And just like the guys in the chat, I don't care that they disagree. I don't care that they feel strongly some kind of way. I don't care. We've all been raised differently. We all have different lifestyles based off of how we came up. I was poor growing up. I've had to do all kinds of stupid, terrible jobs throughout my life. I've learned from all of them. I've had a lot of failures in business and all kinds of stuff. I've learned so much through the years, and that's ultimately what made me who I am today. I'm not the grand all be all. I'm not the grand poobah of truth. This is all my own perception of things. And I would expect people to have, other perspectives based off of what they consume, whether it be media or friendships, relationships. We all have our own kind of I don't have an echo chamber. I don't really have friends. I'm pretty much a loner. I never leave my house. I just do my own thing. I try to help the world through this microphone and this YouTube channel, basically. And it's just and I'm okay with that, right? Like my wife and I talk about it all the time. I've learned that a part of what my wife believes to be my spectrum or my autism is that I say things just with brute force. Like it is what it is. And that tends to rub people wrong, or people don't get it, or they don't get me. I've been surrounded by people who just take and take and take, and they never give anything. And I've had friendships where I've had all kinds of friends, but the one thing I've learned is that your true friends, I have some of those. I have what's funny is I feel like all of my best friends are Latin folks, like Fabian and Diana. And I say that with some kind of accent, because that's how everybody says their names. And Andrew, they're the sweetest, nicest people who have demonstrated that they will be there for you anytime you need them. That to me is a friend. That's somebody who values you and wants to be valued by you, and they're willing to work for that. And then I've had other friends who are just they don't really give a shit about anybody but themselves. They just kind of do whatever's going to serve them in the moment. And then once that's gone, they don't really give a fuck about you. You're just nothing. And so, I'm kind of one of those people that I'll put people through tests. And I did it to my wife when we met years ago. She used to get so mad, because I'd tell her don't worry about it. That was just a test. Cause it's I don't trust many people. And, I've put friendships through different tests over time, and to see what their reactions would be. And then once I learn that, then I just know that's who they are. And then I just accept them as who they are. And I know I saw, was it Tyler Perry did something where he was talking about friendships are like trees. You've got some friends that are your roots, and then you've got others that are big, long branches, and then others that are just leaves. The leaves will come and go with the seasons. They're fair weather friends. You've got the branches that'll be there to support you, but you can't rely on them all the time. And then you got the roots that are there no matter what. I'm I totally agree with that. That's all facts. So anyway, you have Dominican friends. I have Colombian friends. I have a good friend from Uruguay. I have Puerto Rican friends. And I do have a Dominican friend, as a matter of fact, but she lives in Puerto Rico. She was actually the real estate agent that helped with the house in Puerto Rico. So yeah, my wife and I both just like Latin folks, because like they can be as wild and crazy as you want to be, or they could be as like sincere and giving and heartfelt. I mean, it's just like, it's all emotion, all real, pretty much all the time. And like that to us and to me resonates. I feel like honestly, I know this sounds terrible, but I feel like a lot of white folks, they say one thing, they do another, you know, like I feel like white folks do a lot of talking. It's all a lot of chitter chat, a lot of talk. They say one thing, but their actions generally don't line up. And I feel like with the Latin communities, like I feel like, especially if you move to Puerto Rico and you live amongst the culture there, it's like what you say better mean something, because if it doesn't, you're out, you're done. Like you're out. You're like, it's all about networking and relationships and bartering and, you know, support for one another. Like that's the Puerto Rican culture.